Hey, welcome to the channel. Listen, I got something very special for y'all, but y'all have to stick around to the end. I have an invite for y'all essentially, and it might be useful for anybody who posts on social media. So stick around, but let's get into the video on what I got for y'all today. Hello, my name is Stefan, and welcome to the channel. And I am a bubble developer, entrepreneur, SaaS builder, idea maker. And this channel, in this very first video, is just going to be about just showing y'all cool things in Bubble, right? I just want to show y'all what I'm building, little cool little hack features and stuff like that. So let's come along and let me show you the first thing. As you can see on the screen, this is and let me make this a little smaller because nobody want to see my big head the whole time. Okay, so on the screen right here, I have my most recent SaaS that I'm building called Lazy Social. And I'll show y'all. Let me show y'all my very first one that I've ever built and launch is Legal Sleuth HQ. Legal Sleuth HQ helps you as a buyer, a seller, whatever it is, understand the contracts you are signing before you sign it. It gives you things. I don't know if I can. Okay, great. I can do. It gives you document analysis. It gives you the detailed risk assessment, industry standards, loophole detection, and an AI generated identify issues, and then it gives you the solutions. But it's not legal advice though. Anyway, real cool SaaS that I built with Bubble. Right now, I'm focusing on a social media scheduler, and let me say, in Bubble, you cannot do everything. In Bubble, you can't do everything, but I do believe that there's many ways to hack your way into doing things. And this is what this video about. It's going to be about just showing you something that's so cool, so revolutionary, and it's just like if you're not doing it, you're not a real bubbler. So let me get myself into where I need to be at. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and just okay, y'all. Sorry, I found a bug. I was trying to figure out why my preview page wasn't popping up, but I figured out that I didn't. Okay, I gotta load it up. There we go. I didn't have um the navigation set up right. Anyway, so the most revolutionary function is this little toggle button, right? In Bubble, you cannot. There isn't a native toggle button, and if it is, and I missed it, then I'm stupid because this right here is something I think is so cool when you can hack things and just build things yourself. So I'm gonna just show you how I built this toggle button for my app Lazy Social, and then I'll go in and just show y'all a couple of things that I'm doing here. The app's not done. This is literally me working on it. So that's from Grace. So when it comes to the toggle button. So in Bubble, you have groups called Align to Parent. And what Align to Parent does, right? What Align to, so when you make a group, I'm gonna do this for y'all. Let's do a new page. YouTube. We're just gonna do this. So I'll show y'all exactly how things will look. Let's do column only because I don't want any problems. Keep them right there. Um, okay. So in Bubble, you have groups called Align to Parent. You have fixed, Align to Parent, row, and column. We're gonna talk about Align to Parent today. So Align to Parent allow elements and um, what's the word I'm for? Elements, inputs. That's the main thing to overlap each other, so they're aligned to each other. If you do not have it in Align to Parent, if it's a column, they stack above, like one another, rows side to side. But line of parents allows it to be, you know, um, you know, overlapping each other, right? And that is how we're going to be able to get this effect because we have something overlapping. But the main reason why we need a line of parent is because how it can move inside the group. So, for instance, we're gonna do a line of parent. So this is how I made a toggle button. We're gonna do a line of parent. We're gonna grab a shape. We're gonna put it into there. So Align to Parent gives you this option right here. It's called a parent container type. Sorry, parent container type is Align to Parent. This allows you to align like where to put this shape at. As you can see, it's moving around. If this was a little bigger, let's make this 500, right? So you can see, so it's in there and it has the ability to move to different quadrants of the line parent group, right? We're actually gonna get rid of that, get rid of that. So the first thing we want to do, we'll probably build like a large button real quick. But anyway, roundness. That's a different way to do roundness. My mentor actually does some type of math where he takes the half of this. I always just do 180. I do 180 for roundness every time. If I'm trying to do a circle, it works. There's different ways to skin a cat, which is the saying, right? Um, the outcome is still a circle. So anyway, we're gonna just choose one of the colors. We're gonna go gray because we went gray on the box. Let me get rid of this. Go this way. We got a white. So we're gonna do white. I'm gonna do a black background so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Mm, 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 Let's go green. Let's go green. So, all right. So we can go ahead and fit with the content. Right. So we have our circle. Let's make our circle a little bit smaller. So 24 for the width, 24 for the height, and I don't like that. Let's just do 40. So I want you to be able to see it. So this is the main thing we don't use here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go into here, fit width, height, and we're gonna give it a minimum width. We can do this two different ways. And I'm gonna actually do it this way. The reason why I'm gonna do it fit so to fit with the content not clicked because that allows it to expand. But more importantly, it's going to help with the responsiveness for when it starts shrinking. Um, it doesn't feel like it has to stay in like one um, width. And we might not even have that issue with the toggle button because how small it is. But the way I learned how to build after building first and then going back to responsiveness is to work on responsiveness in the beginning. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we keep fit with the height. We're gonna have a max here, right? Hmm, I think 100 cool. Just for this video, 100 is cool. We want to have this group also have roundness of 8. Does that? I don't like that. Hold on. Yeah, I don't really like that. 8's ugly. Maybe I just chose 180. Let's do 180. Yeah, okay. It was 180. Remember, align the parent allows us to move this. So you can kind of guess where we're going right now. It's just me just manually moving this over. You can see, right? And I'm gonna make this just a tad bit smaller there because, you know, okay. And then what we want to do, as you can see, the shape is like hugged up against the end of the inside of this group or just where the button is at, whatever. We want to give it some padding. You want to give it some padding because, one, it would just Oh, I don't want 16. I don't know why I was doing that for. Possibly. Let's do 6. 6, left pad and 6, right? So you take a look at it. So you can go into the shape. And now, as you can see, now it's moving back and forth, it's not hugging the side, right? And we want to give padding on the top also. So I don't know if I want to do 6, 6. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna do 4, like 4, 4 for the padding on the top. Yeah, let's do let's do 2. Let's do 2. Oh no, I think I like that. Let's actually give this. Now, this part you don't have to do. I'm doing this so we can kind of have a better look. I want it to be off the edge. So we're gonna go ahead and add some margin just to so we can just kind of see it here. I wanted to be off the edge. So you can see where we're going now, right? We have a little toggle going on. Now the question is, how can we make it where it's a good user experience? Um, a good user interface is where, it clicks, it automatically goes over, but also changes color and it's a border color. So first, let's actually add a border color to the group. We're gonna go solid. Um, we have that. Let's just do black. Let's use black. Um, because I got that. We'll do black. Cool. And the way we're gonna do that, right? It's gonna be called a custom state. A custom state is stored. Is custom states is pretty much stored temporary information, right? And at let me give you a pro tip. At any point in time, let me see what is it called? Not bubble. So bubble form can help you. Oh, you know what? Okay, I know I can get to it. Let's get to it like this. Let's just see reference. So this is the bubble documentation. At any point in time, if you're trying to learn bubble, right, you can just go to the bubble documentation, custom state, sorry, custom state, and figure out what something is. The way you would do that is you would just hover over something, right? See reference. You can hover over this. See reference. You can hover over the see reference, right? And it would just bring you to the bubble doc, or you can type in Google Bubble Docs, and I'm sure it'll bring it up, right? So custom states are variables that can be saved on an element on the page, including the page itself. They let you store data temporarily that is reset when the page is reloaded. This is useful when you need your app to remember some information that you don't need to store permanently in database. So that's what custom state is. That's the professional definition. But like I said, it's just temporary data that's saved on the page. So every time I have a custom state, this is not how I build normally because I'm just showing y'all. I'm gonna show y'all exactly how I do my custom states. We're gonna go to the main page. I don't think I got one here. Group me. Let's see. Okay, I do. I always have a group, like a main group, or sorry, a main container inside of my page. And inside that is where I start building that. But I always put my custom states on the very first container or group. The reason why, because I don't want to be searching where I put a custom state at. This is not a best example. What's called to? So you see, I got different groups here. I don't want to be searching for where I put the custom state at. So I always put it at the top. You hit this this information button or this I right there, and it can show you your custom states that you place. I always put it there so I won't lose it. But let's go back to right here. So I would not have built like this. What? No, this is a group. I would technically build like this, but I also wouldn't. So I would not build like this. I would have this like a group that contains everything here. But for the video, this is how I'm doing it. So where we at? Okay, custom state. We want to do toggle. Yes or no? This question mark is what I learned from my mentor. I'm not a coder, but this is something that coders use to identify a yes or no statement. I don't know the exact name for it, but we're gonna have yes or no. We're gonna default to no. We default to no. So we're gonna have some conditional statements here. I mean, this is how you can make things in your app functional, outside of the workflow. But this is how you can get things in your app to start doing things based on conditions. So we have, I want to do, what is this called real quick? Make this align apparent. Okay, okay, sorry, I'm used to certain naming conventions here. When group A, go down to your custom state, toggle is yes, right? So that's the statement we're gonna have. When group A toggles is yes, that means when the custom state goes to yes. Yes, okay, cool. That's what we're gonna do, right? The element is visible. We're gonna do alignment to the right. Cool. And remember, what we're doing here is this, get it to move. So this statement is saying that anytime that toggle is yes, it's going to move to the right. Now, when it moves to the right, we also want the color. Uh, background color? Is that right? Background color to be purple. And then we can go ahead and I'm just going to copy this. Copy condition. That's a right click. I'm going to paste it here. Background color. No. We're going to do border. So border style, all border color, all border. We're going to change the border color to our purple. And now we have some type of condition going on, right? And let's just preview it real quick. I click it and nothing's happening, right? And the reason why nothing happening is happening because we have to set up a workflow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna so we can actually add a workflow. So we can add workflows to visual elements, containers, inputs you cannot. And we can just try that out, right? You can't add workflows to inputs. But we can add it to this button. But what I want to do is add it to the container itself. You can add it to the shape. I wouldn't advise adding it to the shape. So what's about to happen is we're about to add a workflow that when something is clicked, it changes the custom state of group A to yes, to toggle to yes. And we know when that happens, that we have conditional setup that it is going to move to the right. And it's going to change its color. Now you can use the shape, but I want to show you what happens when you use the shape versus uh, the group to do certain functions like that. So we're going to do custom, sorry, element action, set state of element, group A, toggle, yes, right? So now we have something going on, right? We click the button. Sorry, you know what? Great. No, this is actually great. And you see, I clicked it once and I can't click it again. This is actually something that you have to set up. So let's do copy. Let's paste it. I always like to change my colors when there's two functions going on for a button. I like to kind of split the colors so I can know that, okay, blue and green for me, this is a me thing. Blue and green means for me that there is one element or group on the page that is splitting up to two different actions based on a condition, right? Or only one statement. So it just helps me. So we have this. This is going to be an only one statement, right? Because if we don't set up only, like, okay, only when means just only when this happens, this workflow will start running. We set this up because if we do not have a only one statement before the workflow, both workflows that we set up will try to activate at the same time, and it's going to cause a bug. So we have only when we have group A, only when group A toggle is no. The reason why we're doing that is because when group A toggles no, we want to be able to click that shape and get it to say yes. Right? And then we want to go here and just duplicate this. Just make it an easier way. Paste it, make it a yes, right? And if it's yes, what does that mean, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all just very intelligent anyway, so you already know what's going here, what's going on. We got to set this to no now. So we set it to no, and watch what happens. Click, 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 click. So now we have some function going on in our app, and I think that's pretty cool, right? Because Bubble don't have a toggle button, so you have to know how things work in Bubble to build it. So we have our little clicking sensation thing going on. Now, this is what I want to show y'all on why we should not use the shape to do this function, but we should use the container. Watch what happens when I click outside of the shape, right? Like I'm just barely missing it and nothing's happening. I had to actually click the shape for a function to happen. And this is why I don't use the shape or so let me say this. When something is true in one place, it's most likely true in another place, right? Four times two is eight. Two times four is eight, right? I hope that makes sense. This is how I think. So what I'm about to show you is gonna work for other things. So just keep this logic in your head. The reason why I don't want to do on the shape is because if I click anywhere else outside of the shape, I miss it, it doesn't work. I have to like be on the shape. I want to be able to bring this function up and the user can click anywhere inside of this shape and get the function to work. And the way we do that is putting the workflow on the container. So let me see if I, oh yeah, great. So this is the container, group A is our container. We're going to change the element to group A. We're going to change the element to group A. And let me say the way you would do that without what I just did is just simply click on here on a group, hit edit workflow. This now doesn't have a workflow because we just changed it. So look what happens now. I can click on it. I can click on a button, but I can also click anywhere on this group. So maybe if I miss it, maybe I just on a border, which is pretty cool, right? I want to do something real quick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I just want the board to be more. So look, I can just click on one spot. I don't gotta follow the shape around, and I feel like that is a better UI, UX experience or user experience. I'm not a UI UX designer, so forgive me, y'all that are, and I'm messing with the lingo. So I think that's a much more better experience for the user to be able to click anywhere in this group. I actually can't click outside of it, but anywhere in this group to toggle. And listen, I mean, that is how I was able to build this little piece right here. I mean, this toggle button with that same exact function going on. Like I can click anywhere outside of it. And what it does, this is now different stuff I'm not going to show. But as you can see, when I click it, it brings this up. But also keep your eye on this. I click it, it says post now, schedule, post now, schedule, right? So yeah, and that's how I built an amazing functional feature that I think is cool. And there's different things here. I gotta change that. That's slightly a bug. I love it. So this is a bonus lesson right here. So for those who watch all the way up to the end of me creating the toggle button, thank you for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna bring out more stuff as I create Lazy Social and other SaaS businesses, other apps. And I just want to show y'all a quick bug. So you can see when I click on this goes away. I did this last night while I was playing a game. I built and played a game at the same time, which is amazing. So right here is, I gotta. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking about something. I don't want this tab right here to disappear every time it's clicked. I only wanted to do that when it was on mobile because it made sense, right? It makes sense that if it happens like this, I need this to go away when I click it. So what's happening is, how did I set that up last night? Okay, yeah. What's happening is that, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't feel like the content. That's better. Um, is that these workflows are triggering, right? These are triggering when those buttons are pressed, but this is okay. Think about it, right? We just made a toggle button, and when we did not have a certain function or a certain statement before our workflow, it would cause a bug, right? I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance to think about it. What is it? Do you think we have to do? Pause it. Take a chance to think about it. But let's get into it. We have to have a only when statement. So I only want this to happen, I only want that to happen, get rid of that, when it's in mobile view mode, right? That just messed up. I don't know why that. Wait, oh, you know what? I know why it's there. I just did something. Anyway, only want that to happen when it's in the mobile feature, right? So we're gonna do only when current page width is greater than, right? Yeah, just greater than, not greater than, equal to, greater than. This is more advanced stuff here, but greater than 960 pixels is when I want that to happen. And it should work for us now. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay. I gotta do it for everyone. But new post, right? Doesn't do it. So let me do it for everyone real quick. Okay, y'all. So I just had to go back and I was putting I just saw it. Why did I show? Oh, anyway, I was putting the only win statement in the beginning of the workflow, and that was not what I was supposed to do. I needed to put it right here. And if we go back, that should fix our issue there. Sorry, I just don't like what's happening. What's happening there? So let me just. I gotta work on just the way the page look. Anyway, that should cause. Okay, there you go. So now the page isn't just moving away. That was not what it's supposed to do. But so as you can see, we have our functioning stuff going on. Now I'm gonna click this. Now because I'm below, I think not 960 pixels. Now it's moving away, or it's dropping. Uh, and this doesn't. So there we go. So thank y'all for coming to the first video on just showing y'all SaaS products, showing y'all bubble features, and showing y'all the stuff that I've really been enjoying lately. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna put more videos out. My goal is to do one video a week. I don't like making videos. I'll be honest, this is why it's called lazy social, because I really don't like making content. I like just getting to it, getting to the work. But I know when you do business, you gotta make content. So also, here's the thing: for those that stayed, this is something that's y'all very much in luck for. I'm actually looking for beta testers for Lazy Social. I'm building it out. If you're a content creator, if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur that know they need to post in order to build an audience, to make money, whatever it might be, I'm looking for beta users. If you look on the link below, there will be a Google form for you to sign up for the beta testers. And the way I most likely would be doing it, you would have, I think, 100 posts you can use for free, and then you have to go into a paid subscription after 100 posts. So I think that's fair as a beta user. I would just ask for reviews, just like that, and y'all just help me with feedback. But other than that, thank y'all for coming to the channel. You have a blessed day.